Homeownership remains sadly out of reach for many people, especially Black Americans. Real estate expert Rick Sadle with Keller Williams Realty and SadleRealEstate.com is with us. Good morning, Rick.
Hey, good morning.
So February is Black History Month in the U.S., and we have a new report to talk about from LendingTree. You've looked at that. I shared it. What are some of the top line stats for African Americans and homeownership?
Yeah, well, I mean, as you said, there's a new report from LendingTree that I looked at. And what they did is they analyzed the Census Bureau's 2022 American Community Survey. And that study ranks the 50 largest metro areas in the difference between the percentage of owner-occupied homes that identify as Black and the share of the area's population that identify as Black. Well, in the report, it shows that the Black people make up almost 15% of the population. And in studying those 50 largest metro areas, only made up 10% of homeowners. One area, for example, Memphis, Tennessee, Black people made up almost half the population, and only about 36% of the homes in the area do they own. So it's definitely it's a huge disparity.
Okay, so are Black people still facing disproportionate hurdles for home ownership, according to LendingTree?
Yeah, I mean, according to that same report, one of the biggest hurdles is the income disparity. According to the report, the median income for Black U.S. households is a little over $50,000, while the median income for white households is almost $80,000. Obviously, that makes it a lot harder to afford a home. And they also tend to have less household wealth, and then, of course, less access to generational wealth.
Understood. Yeah. The law doesn't allow for discrimination based on race in housing from any angle here. So how does this problem get better?
Right, great question. I wish I had a great answer. As you said, it's not legal to discriminate based on race and housing, although I know it still happens. What it really comes down to is the wage differences, right? And hopefully there's people way smarter than me that'll work to solve that problem.
Understood. Does down payment is that the biggest hurdle here for people of color and really all individuals and families looking to break through into that homeownership bracket?
Yeah, definitely people of color and all people, like you said. It's definitely the biggest hurdle. Even for those families that can afford the monthly payments for the house that they can and want to live in, it's really hard for those families to save up enough money for the down payment. And now, while there are some down payment assistance programs out there, there are not very many, and a lot of people don't even know about them, right? There's not a huge advertising budget for those programs.
It's a systemic problem in the country. It's been going on for decades. Hopefully, we're getting better as we move into the later years here in 2024 and beyond. Rick, thanks for your perspective.
Yeah, thanks.
That is Rick Sadle, real estate expert with Keller Williams Realty and SadleRealEstate.com.